I need a vacation. Hey, everybody, welcome out. Episode 5 of Merlo's movie Massacre. Hope you guys are all doing well. Say something in the chat if you're here already. Hopefully we got some people in the chat, but just say hi. Hi, everybody. You might be able to say I've got things set up a little differently than I did before. Yeah, I'm actually using my iPhone as a camera now. I did a little bit of research and figured out how to use that as a camera. Um, I'm not a very techie guy, so it took some doing. We'll just say that. So you're just trying to make it look a little bit better in here for you. So, hopefully it looks okay. I even put up some posters you can see on my wall. I got it. Okay, it just says it disconnected and reconnected. So hopefully you guys, hopefully I'm still coming through. Say something in the chat if you're there. If not, we'll find out what's going on here. Is the chat happening? Is anybody there? Hello, people, is there anybody there? I might have to go open up a tab just to see if we do have this thing going on or not. It just said OBS disconnected. Bear with me, folks. If you guys can all hear me, bear with me. This is a brand new setup I'm trying, and I'm just not sure if I got the bugs. I thought I did. Is anybody there? Okay. Hello, people. Is there anybody there? Might have to. It does say that I'm going on, so hopefully I didn't cut out there for you guys. I can see myself on the live stream, so yeah. There might be a latency issue. I'm not sure. Let me know if it looks choppy. Just feel free to chat and just let me know. Let me know what's going on. Hey, finally we got somebody on. Hello, Susie Lopez. Hi, how are you doing? You're the first one to say hi anyways. So, yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you like the new setup. I'm just using my iPhone as a camera because it is a better camera than my webcam. Not saying that my webcam is bad, but it is so bad that and I'm not even a video kind of guy. I'm more of an audio guy. If I have good audio, I can be okay with it. But I was looking back at some of those videos. I'm like, ugh, it's pretty bad. It's still not great. I don't have the best lighting in here. Hopefully I can get some better lights and stuff, and it's not that, but it's not terrible. I'm okay with this. I can deal with that. But it's not perfect. That's for sure. So this is an all Q&A session for me tonight. You guys will get to just tell me what you guys want to know, especially about the film, about the Sawyer Massacre. Our campaign, it's winding down, folks. It is winding down. It ends tomorrow night. So if you haven't had a chance to back the campaign yet, link is in the description. Go to that description, and drop a few bucks if you haven't yet. There you go. Oh, Susie, I'm good, going good, and you? I'm tired. If you missed the very beginning, I came on and I said, I need a vacation. Kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger did in T2. That's basically what I'm imitating. I can't quite get the Austrian accent down though. Who cares, right? We're just having fun. So yeah, yes, like I said, link is in the description for the Indiegogo. Plus, follow us on all our social media. We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. All those anyways. I guess just those three. I don't know. If anybody else is in the chat, just say hi. Just say hi, We'll get to the questions later. But, if you feel free to drop your questions at any time, because I'll be happy to answer them. And if nobody has any questions, then, well, then I won't answer it. I'll just talk about whatever for the next hour or so. I do believe Leatherface himself, Scotty Parkin, said he'll be joining the chat at about 10-15 minutes from now. We'll see. He said he probably would, so that's good. But yeah, do say hi in the chat. So far, we've got Susie, and that's it. Is that all we got? Is Susie? I want to get more. Make sure we have more people in the chat before I start plugging some of these other people. As you know, you guys know that I've got a campaign by now. You guys know I have an Indiegogo, and we're making a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film, and it's going to be awesome and all that wonderful stuff. If you've tuned into any of my live streams, you know that. And most of you who are on this just know that, or you know me from Instagram, or you know me from Facebook or whatever, and you've seen my posts. So we don't care to bore you guys too much with that, but of course I got to plug it, especially since it all ends tomorrow. It all ends tomorrow. So definitely, if you haven't had a chance to back it, now's your last chance. Pretty much, we've done okay. We've done okay, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But I guess I'll start talking about some other things. Another Indiegogo campaign has just dropped. Oh, we got a new chatter. Thank you for dropping in. UXSX only. Awesome. How's it going? How's it going with you, man? I'm doing pretty good considering. And considering how long this campaign has been. We'll talk about that in a bit. Start coming up with your questions, though, guys. Feel free to drop them at any time. I'll make sure I don't miss them. I won't. And if I have to be here all night, I'll make sure I get all the questions in. But I wanted to say something about a good friend of mine, James Grimm. He's another fellow YouTuber. He has his own YouTube channel. Go like and subscribe to his channel, as well as this one, too. I don't think I mentioned that. You guys like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm sure you guys all have. Oh, we got it in the chat. Us only? Is it? Oh, okay. Us only. It's easier. That's okay. I can just call you us only, or US only. Now I'm confused. I'm guessing us only. You can just tell me what your real name is. No, you don't have to do that. I'm still used to looking at the computer as my webcam. This is all new to me, folks. Bear with me. I used to be looking over there at my computer. Now I'm looking here, and it's like all different. Hope you guys like my Return of the Jedi poster, though. That's my favorite Star Wars film. Yes, I know. Not Empire Strikes Back. Yes. You guys can give me all your hate comments for that if you want. I love the Ewoks, and I don't care. Anyways, want to plug my good buddy James Grimm. He's got an Indiegogo campaign up as well. He's a YouTuber like me, and he's a filmmaker like me, and he's making a Friday the 13th fan film called My Special Boy. I just want to plug this guy because he's a great guy. He backed my campaign. I backed his campaign. We're all, and I was on his show. I might have him on my show at some point if I can figure out how to have guests on this show. Still haven't figured that out. Ricky. Okay, Ricky. There we go. I'll call you Ricky if I can remember. I'm actually bad with names. I don't even know why I bothered to ask you. Hopefully I'll remember that your name is Ricky. Susie Lopez. I love Star Wars. Yeah, I grew up with the original trilogy, so I am definitely a Star Wars nerd. What can I say? I don't just make horror films. So James Grimm is making a fan film called My Special Boy. It'll also be a feature-length film, just like the Sawyer Massacre is going to be. So these are feature-length fan films. Nobody else is making feature-length fan films. They're all like 25, 30 minutes, and that's great. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But, James and I want to go big for you guys, So he wants to make a feature-length Friday the 13th fan film. I'm making a feature-length Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film. So he's pretty early in his campaign still. I did put his link below. It looks pretty awesome. You can check out his trailer. It's a pretty cool trailer. Just definitely go give his stuff a look because, we need your support. We indie filmmakers are really doing this for you guys. We want to make good films for you guys because we are you guys, essentially. We are the fans as well. That's, and we know what a lot of the fans, we don't know what everybody wants, and nobody has the exact same taste and all, but, we have a general consensus that, certain things need to be done in these films. So your trailer is awesome. Thank you so much. I'm glad you liked our trailer. We filmed that trailer in one day. Go check out James' trailer, though, too. You'll like it. It's a long trailer, actually. It's actually fairly long, especially for what you would think a Friday the 13th teaser trailer would be. It's about 3 minutes, somewhere in there. Go check it out. My special boy, James Grimm. Give him a few bucks in his campaign, too. Give me a few bucks, too, because I'm at the end of my campaign. But, if you want to back him, too, just help us all out. I know these are tough times for everybody. Money's tight. But we can't make these films without you. But even at a low level, $5 Canadian gets your name in the special thanks. So that's what it's all about. You get to be a part of the film for $5 for a cup of coffee. It's pretty awesome. I just want crazy gore. Oh boy. Oh, you'll get gore, all right. You will get gore. Be ready for that. It's got to be bloody, right? But it's not all about the blood. There's substance, too. We have to have some substance in our film. And again, that's why we want to make feature-length films, so we can actually have enough substance, and it's not just about kill, 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 die, die, die. But which is fun, but, Oh, man. That's awesome. Only like the original 2 Star Wars movies. Oh, I missed that. Yeah. You don't like Return of the Jedi? Come on, man. It's the original 3. That's okay. Everybody's got their... Yeah, Return of the Jedi is my favorite, man. It's all like, hey, we all have... I know that I'm in the minority when it comes to Return of the Jedi. Everybody likes Empire much more than that. Except me. I do love Empire, though. Don't get me wrong. I love Return of the Jedi just that much more. Gotta say. Never seen Jedi. Oh, go see it. Go see it. You might love it. You actually might love it. I love it. Anyways, maybe one of these days I'll talk about why I love Return of the Jedi so much. But that's not what this video is about. But I put my Return of the Jedi poster up there. I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt. We can talk a little bit about Star Wars. Anyways, yes. So, once again, everybody, back our Indiegogo campaign. If you haven't already, back us on Indiegogo. We need your help. We need your help. We know that it all ends tomorrow. So, back it while you can. We need your help. Just a few bucks here and there. That's all we need. And we've done pretty well. And I'll talk about that. And back James' campaign as well. Links are in the description, folks. As well as my social media is all in there as well. So if you're not following me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram on any of those, go ahead and pop by and give me a follow. Awesome. Anyways, also want to give another plug to Michelle Appollonia of Breathless Beauties. She makes all these awesome horror-themed dolls. Pretty awesome if you haven't seen them yet. She's based out of Syracuse, New York. So definitely go check her out. She makes these are, she's quite an artist. And she has a sale on until Halloween. Sorry, not till after Halloween, till November 4th. 30% off with free shipping in the U.S. until November 4th. And that's Breathless Beauties. All her links are in the description as well. She has, I believe, a Facebook and an Instagram, which is where I met her, actually. And she's a really lovely gal, and she makes great stuff. So go check it out. 30% off until November 4th. Just remember that. All right. So you guys can start sending in any questions you have for me at this point. As far as the film goes, I will just kind of tell you a little bit what's going on with our film. So we've raised about $4,200 Canadian, which, hey, it's not bad. I can look at that and say, hey, we've had a fairly decently successful Indiegogo campaign, and it's gotten us to the point where we know we can actually make the film. And I think that's important. Excuse me, guys. Grab some water. It's not water, it's vodka, isn't it? No. But this has been quite the experience doing an Indiegogo campaign. I had done an Indiegogo campaign many years ago when I was first starting out as a filmmaker, and it was a much smaller thing. And needless to say, it didn't go good at all. I hardly raised anything. I think I barely raised $100, if I'm being totally honest with you guys, in that campaign. And, you know, I can look back at that now and realize why. So if there's anybody in here that's wanting to be a filmmaker and wanting to do an Indiegogo campaign or Kickstarter or whatever, GoFundMe, go ahead and do it. But make sure you understand it's essentially it's a full-time job. It really is. It's running a campaign. When, you know, the president runs for office, right? They put on a campaign, and it's a full-time thing. They're doing stuff all the time in order to do it. So doing an Indiegogo campaign, Ricky, you asking what an Indiegogo campaign is? It's a crowdfunding. It's a way for us to fund the film. Our link is in the description. If you want to be a part of our film, we have you can go click on that and you can be a part of it. Yes, there are perks at different levels. $5 gets your name in the credits, and then $20 gets you a digital download, and so on. There's T-shirts available. There's hoodies. There's what else? Blu-rays, DVDs, and VHS. We'll have all that stuff. I'll even share some of that kind of stuff with you. Here are some of the, I guess you call them the more popular perks, sort of, that I get messages on these ones quite often. So there's the Blu-ray, the advanced screening, which we gave away as a prize in our virtual horror trivia the other night. Congratulations to Devin Oman, who won that. Being in the film, you get it for a certain price. You get to be in the film and get the choice of actually having some dialogue or getting killed by Leatherface himself. Now, who wouldn't love that? Michael Horan, thank you for saying hi. Thank you for joining us. We are just talking about our Indiegogo campaign right now. If you haven't backed our Indiegogo campaign yet, the link is in the description. Just talking about a few of the popular perks here. So the Blu-ray we sold quite a bit of, actually. And the advanced screening we sold a little bit. Sold it to just one person, actually, but you know, it is one of the more expensive perks. Being in the film, I get messages every day about this one, yet nobody's actually got it. And there's two different options for it. The two different options, one includes your hotel and accommodation, like hotel and food and all that stuff, and the other one doesn't. So you can get it for cheaper if you're okay to take care of all that kind of stuff. Still have to pay for your own travel, though. And then the Leatherface mask, the screen-used Leatherface mask, 3 of these were available. Now there's only 2. Somebody did get that. Now that's at $1,000 Canadian, so that's around just almost $800 American. But you'll get it. It'll be screen-used, and it will be signed by our actor who is playing Leatherface, Scotty Parkin, who should be joining the chat here at some point soon. He said he'd be joining around this time, so say hi in the chat, Scotty, if you are logging in about now. If not, whatever. But yeah, you can check. And so many more perks. But yeah, the Blu-ray has been the most successful perk, I think. I think we sold about close to 20. I'll have to double check that to make sure, but that seems to be very popular. The DVD is a little bit popular too. The digital download is pretty popular. Again, it's a lower price though too, right? $20 you get a digital download, and you know it's an easy one to. You don't have to worry about shipping and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's why ones like that seem to be fairly popular. And you know, $20 Canadian, that's what, $15 US, somewhere in there. It's not too expensive. I actually purposely made those particular ones that I knew I didn't have to ship fairly cheap because I know the times are tough, guys. I know that. So I'm trying to do this for everybody. I of course, some people are a little bit worse off than others, and that's okay. I only ask that, if you are behind this project, you share it as much as you can on your social media, and there's nothing more I can ask for. I know not everybody can drop $20 for a digital download package. It's okay. But I'm very, very grateful to all of you that have. And the other perks, it was pretty exciting when somebody did get that screen use mask. Again, we still have 2 more. I'd love to sell those other 2. Oh, you graduated in 2003, eh? Cool. I graduated in 99, so I'm a little bit older than you. There you go. Thank you, Michael. But yeah, feel free to drop any questions you guys have for our film. We want to make the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film possible, and I really do believe that we are going to make something quite special for you guys going forward. Because the campaign ends tomorrow. We've raised over $4,000, and that's great. I wouldn't like to make the film for that much, though. It's not that I don't think I can. I certainly can. I've done cheaper films, believe me. I think we made a 10-minute short film last summer for under $300. So, it sometimes depends on what you have to work with. But, we want to give you guys some gore. We do want to have some decent special effects, practical special effects. There will be no CGI, and everything I don't want to be doing any green screening or anything like that. I just don't want to do it. If you're going to make a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film right, you got to be able to use all the natural elements, in my opinion. I know that some of the ones recently in the franchise haven't, so. But, we'll leave it at that. Do I have a personal Facebook account? Yes, of course I do. Yes, you can feel free to message me on there. I'm a pretty open guy. Just don't send me any dick pics or anything like that. Otherwise, I will block you. But yeah, my name is Steve Merlo. You can find me anywhere, and all our the Sawyer Massacre social media as well. All on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's all there. Yes. Thank you so much for that question. So going forward, I'm planning to do starting some sort of fundraising around Christmas. Well, a little bit earlier than that. I'm hoping by December 1st, I can start a new fundraising platform. It won't be an Indiegogo. It'll be just something to get some mild funds in order to push to our next Indiegogo, which is going to be probably starting around the end of February, our second Indiegogo campaign. So watch out for that. I'll keep updating you guys as this stuff moves forward, but I'm looking at using a platform called Bloomerang. I've heard good things about it. It looks like it could be a good fundraising platform. So yeah, I'll just gonna look at that and see how good it is. If any of you do even have any suggestions, on what other good fundraising platforms there are out there, let me know. I'm open. I'm very open to this stuff. I'm kind of discovering a lot of new things while I'm doing this. So, yeah, there you go. Awesome. Get some good comments in the chat. But again, feel free to ask more questions, guys, about the film. We started this Indiegogo campaign back at the end of August. It wasn't perfect, guys. It definitely wasn't perfect. I can say that it was successful enough to know that we're going to make the film, even if it is for just $4,000. Hopefully we can get it for a little bit more than that, but we can definitely make it. But I have to own up to any mistakes I did make, and I made one pretty bad mistake. Got to own up to it because I am kind of a rookie at this. Like I said, I did an Indiegogo campaign many years ago. It was much smaller scale, And this time I was going for a much bigger scale type of campaign. And, I took some advice from people here and there that have done it before, and maybe I took some advice the wrong way. And it happens. It happens. And I wish I could take it back, but I can't. And that's that we set too high of a goal. It was my top goal, basically, around 375K US. Would have been, I made a bunch of budgets for this film, guys. I made 5 budgets total. I had 4, and then I made a 5th even. And my top budget was around there. So that's what we set. That's what I set the goal of. And one thing I should have probably researched a little bit more is that you can have a stretch goal. And a lot of these campaigns do have that stretch goal. So I do wish I hadn't made that goal as high as it was, because we definitely don't need that much money to make this film. We don't even need that much money just to make it in Texas. I actually made a lot of connections in Texas that got our Texas goal can be as low as 25K. So, it's not that, it's pretty doable. We can actually get there for 25K. Now, when I say we can get there for 25K, will there be some sacrifices? Sure. We probably won't get all the top-notch actors out there and all that kind of stuff. Sure, we probably, we have to probably get a lot of newcomers that are just looking to get in something. And, and the crew is probably going to be pretty minimal too. But that's okay. We could still do it, though. The original was a barely making it through kind of film as well. So, I mean, I really think we can do it for 25K. But in the U.S., in Texas. But, ideally, if we got to around 50K, that would be probably when we can really start to hone it in and make the film exactly the way we want to. And that's important to me, is basically the more money we raise, the better the film is going to essentially be. If we have to make it in Canada, say we only end up with about 10K, well, we'll still make a pretty good film in Canada for 10K. And the thing, I do have an advantage here in Canada too, right? So I have the advantage of knowing the area very, very well. Excuse me, guys. Gotta have some water. My mouth gets dry easily these days. So I do have the advantage of knowing the area that I can film in very well. I have connections to people here as well. So that's another, and I've worked with a lot of these people that I've worked with for years now, and they get my style. All these people are willing to work for cheap or free, so that really helps. Again, I really want to pay people, though. I always feel bad about not paying my cast and crew, but it's happened before, and I don't like it, but the fact is, a lot of people are willing to work for free for the sake of art, and I get it. And I'm one of those people. Like, of course, I'm not going to get paid for this film. I'm not. I can't get paid for this film because then I could get sued. I'm not allowed to make any profits because it's a fan film. And that's okay. I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it personally because, well, I'm passionate about it. I am extremely passionate about it. I've had this idea for so many years, and it's been almost eating me up a little bit, guys. I did attempt it when I was first getting into filmmaking, and I just didn't have the knowledge. Now I didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the screenwriting knowledge that I do now. I gained a lot in the last number of years, for sure. So I'm in a much better position now than I was. And I know I'm ready to actually film it. I just know I am, I'm not going to go out and say, hey, I'm the best filmmaker or anything like that, and I need to be hired for this project and this project and this project. No. But I know that I've got this film. I know that I can make a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film that hasn't been made before, that will still have that gritty feel of the original, feel disturbing like the original did. Because that's been an issue for me with a lot of these other Texas Chainsaw Massacre films. I don't feel disturbed by them. I need to be disturbed. Disturb me. Make it so I come out of the theater, I'm like, oh, that happened. I need that moment, guys. And, you know, I had trouble cracking that code because many people think that there's just nothing more you can do with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that it's all been explored and there's nothing else that can be done. I cracked the code, guys. I'm telling you, I have figured out how to add a layer that hasn't been done. And I will show you. Watch the trailer again. There's some Easter eggs. There are some Easter eggs in the trailer. Not going to say anything. Actually, one person did find something and called me on it. I was called on one thing in the trailer. And, no, I'm not going to tell you what that means. You got to figure it out. I'm interested to hear, always interested to hear theories. If you see something in the trailer, ask me about it. And then tell me what your theory is. But I'm not going to tell you exactly why that was there. But I'll tell you this. Everything that's in our trailer that we did was there for a reason. So if there's anything that confuses you in the trailer, well, it's meant to be confusing. But hopefully it also gives you some theories as well. I like theories. Give me your theories, guys. Anyways. Yes, so again, moving forward, December-ish, we should have some sort of fundraising platform up again. Hopefully you guys will all share it. You know, hopefully everybody will be on board with sharing anything because, you know, we want to make this happen. And feel free to start sending in some questions, guys. Have we had any questions? I think the only question I've had was, do you have a Facebook account personally? That's the only question I've actually had. Where's all the questions? You guys got to start talking a bit more. Hopefully you guys haven't all left. You guys haven't all left, have you? Say hi if you're still alive, or maybe I'm just missing something here. Nope, it's all there. Did anybody ask a question earlier that I missed? Well, what's an Indiegogo? Ricky asked that. Yeah, so hopefully you guys can go check out the Indiegogo because it all ends tomorrow. Lots of really cool perks. If you're a chainsaw fan, if you're a collector, there's definitely some stuff on there that you're going to want to check out because it's pretty awesome. And you know, this film, I truly believe that this film will be remembered throughout history, you know. So, yeah, definitely go check it out. Definitely go check out our Indiegogo before it's all over, guys. It's going to be over tomorrow night. I think it ends at midnight, if I'm not mistaken. Sure, we'll have another one. Hopefully times won't be as tough when we have our next Indiegogo, probably at the end of February. I'm guessing it'll be around there. It has to be. It can't be too late. I don't think I could start at Indiegogo in like April or May or something like that because here's the deal. Here's exactly why. We have to have enough time for pre-production. And sure, I'm sort of doing pre-production stuff now, getting the ball rolling, and I'm also preparing to film it either here or in Texas too. So you know, because if we don't hit 25K, guys, we're going to have to film it here in Canada. So, you know, I'd hate to do that. Hey, Princess Mandy, hi, how you doing? But I'll film it in Canada if I have to. Thanks for joining the chat. Drop in your questions if you have any about the film anytime soon. Hope you guys like the new setup. It's going to take me a while to get used to it. I still want to look at my computer rather than look at my phone because I'm using my phone as a camera now. First time. I'm going to get more and more used to this as I do these in the future. So I apologize if you see me look. I have to look at the computer for the chat though because I can't see you guys on my phone. I have to look at my computer, so if I'm looking back and forth, I apologize. Have to do it. I don't have a choice. It's just the way she goes. But, all in all, if, part of me wonders if I didn't make the mistake of having the goal so high, having my top goal, how well the campaign could have done. It probably would have done better. I don't know. It probably would have. And that's okay. The good thing is I have time. I do have time. That's the one thing I do have on my side is time. Because I'm not filming till next summer, and probably not till late next summer if we shoot in Texas. We're talking like mid-September. We won't finish till the fall. If we shoot in Texas, we're not going to finish until fall hits. So that's the advantage I have. And I really want to make a good effort to make it to Texas, guys. I think we can do it. You guys have to spread the word, though, for me. You guys got to spread the word on this. We're making a real quality Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film. One that hasn't really been made. There's been a couple decent Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan films, but not at the level that we are trying to do it. And I remember, this is a feature fan film, guys. It's a feature. So, yes. Send in your questions, guys. Come on, give me some questions. Hit me with something. Hit me. This is supposed to be an all Q&A. I've had 2 questions. One of them was, what's an Indiegogo? Which is a crowdfunding campaign. And the other one was, do I have a Facebook account? Hit me with some questions, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready for them. Are you ready for them? Are you ready for my answers? Probably. Princess Mandy's in the chat. Michael Horan. Hopefully I'm not butchering your name, but hello. Oh, I got sent a thank you, Michael, for sending a friend request. I will accept, but I'll have to do it after the stream. Because I'm afraid if I touch anything, I'm gonna break everything. I'm not a very techie guy, everybody. But yeah, feel free to ask me anything, guys, about the film. Again, we've made just over $4,000 Canadian, so that's just over $3,000 American, I think. It's not a ton of money, but it is enough to make a film, guys. Will I have to cut corners at that with that kind of money? Oh, for sure. I've already been looking at how I can do it for $4,000, and it's very possible. I do definitely have to film it in Canada, though. I've already checked into things like insurance, permits, all that kind of stuff, and we're looking okay as far as I can get fairly. I work in the insurance industry though too, so that probably helps me a little bit. So anyways, I'm already looking at how I can make it for that cheap, just in case we don't raise anything else. I know we can do better though, guys. I know we can. I really want to see our Indiegogo get to 5K. I'll be okay if we don't. I'm actually pretty happy that we hit 4K. Because that was really kind of the mark that I knew that we could definitely make something pretty decent. Pretty decent. See, pretty decent. It gives me about $1,000 for special effects. Around $1,000 to special effects makeup. I would like $10K though for special effects and makeup, practical gore. There's some cool things we want to do in this film, guys. Very cool things. If you saw that one promo, I'll put it up again. This is the chainsaw we're actually looking at using for the campaign. So that chainsaw that we have on this Indiegogo promo, this is the chainsaw we are going to use in this film. It's an old chainsaw from the mid-60s, or mid-50s, sorry. Mid-1950s chainsaw, post-war model chainsaw. And some people have asked me, why aren't you getting the same chainsaw that he used in the original? Which was something I definitely thought of, for sure. And actually would probably be more expensive to get than this one. But I'm choosing to go with this one. Partially because of how it looks. I really do like the way it looks. But another reason why I'm not going with the same one that was in the original is for continuity purposes. Our film takes place in the mid 60s, so the one from the chainsaw that was used in the original actually came out in 1970, I believe. So it doesn't fit with our time frame. So we had to go back. I had to look at older chainsaws that I could potentially get that are older, that would actually fit the time period better. And I'm still looking. I'm at the same time looking at how do they look? How cool does it look? Now, that might not mean something to a lot of people. Some people don't care. In fact, the remake chainsaw was like a 90s chainsaw. And the film took place in 73, but the chainsaw they used was a 90s chainsaw. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's all, and nobody else, did anybody really know that was a 90s chainsaw? Say in the chat whether you knew that was a 90s chainsaw or not. You guys are awfully, might be the quietest chat I've seen ever since I've started doing this live stream. Definitely quiet. Okay, Michael, I'll confirm you as a friend. Hopefully you guys can all see me on here. Hopefully I didn't just take everything away. You guys still see me? Are you guys still there? Is everybody still in the chat? It says, yeah, I can never tell how this all works. Anyways, I hope that all makes sense. I'm surprised Scotty never made it. Scotty never made it in the chat like he said he was gonna. Scotty, you're in trouble now. But this is supposed to be an all Q&A, so you guys gotta start asking me some questions about the film. There you go. Yes, Michael, I accepted your friend requests. I don't know. Now he's messaging me in Messenger. You should be messaging me in the chat. Oh my goodness. I wonder if he left YouTube. I'll just send him a message. I hope he didn't leave YouTube, but whatever. Hopefully you're still in YouTube, buddy, because I can't be chatting with you on Facebook. People. He's a new person to the channel though, so that's all good. I'll take it. Is anybody there in the chat still? Is anybody left in the chat? Am I talking to nobody right now? I won't be totally surprised if that's the case. Didn't have a lot of time to get the word out about this live stream today, so totally would understand if everybody had to leave. But hopefully there's some people still there. If you're still there, just say hi. Okay. And Scotty never made it on. What happened to you, Scotty? Anyways. So we can leave it at that if you guys are done chatting. If you guys nobody wants to ask me a single question, we'll maybe try another Q&A session another day. I thought that you guys would all stick around and have a chat with me and ask me about the campaign. There we go. Princess Mandy, is Sawyer the name of the town or is it the name of the family? Interesting question. Okay. So Sawyer was the name of the family of cannibals. That was actually given to them in the second Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I heard from somebody that originally it was Slaughter in the original. That it was never said though. The name of the family was never said in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it was actually Slaughter apparently. But then when they made the second Texas Chainsaw Massacre film in 1986, I believe, they called them the Sawyer family. And they were actually referred to more by their names. So Sawyer is technically the name of Leatherface and his family. So hopefully that answers your question. And we're just going with it. Those are the characters we're going with, so that's why we called it the Sawyer Massacre. Yeah. Because they're massacring a lot of people. There will be lots of blood and gore. I thought I was going to have to go, and then I finally got a question. Yes. If you have another question, Princess Mandy, hey, give me another one. Or maybe there's just who knows, there could be a lag because I am on a totally new system here today. I've just connected in my iPhone as a camera because it's so much better quality than my webcam. It is much better quality. I can tell already that it's far better, but it's not perfect still. It's not 4K. It's not 4K. We're not 4K level type yet, but I don't need to have that. Oh, Santi. Thank you, Santi, for coming. Yes, from Screen Queens. Thank you for joining us. Feel free to, we're just doing Q&A. Feel free to ask a question if you got one about our film, The Sawyer Massacre. Indiegogo campaign ends tomorrow. Thank you guys for joining in. Links are in the description. Any questions you guys have about the film, thank you for joining in. I don't know how long you've been in. If you're just checking it out now, Santi. If you are just checking it out now, then mention that yes, our Indiegogo ends tomorrow. We've done pretty well. We've done pretty good. Could be better still. I was hoping to hit around 5K with this campaign. We're about 42.50-ish right now, so we're about $750 off. So, it's not too bad. Really excited for the movie. Thank you so much. And we got lots of time. So moving forward, we are going to be doing some sort of fundraising at the beginning of December. Likely going to be this Bloomerang platform. I'm just doing all my research though, guys. So I've got a lot of stuff to research. And again, if you guys know any better platforms, any that are good for just fundraising, just some basic fundraising, let me know. It would be my goal to raise at least $1,000 in that platform, and then we would put it into the next Indiegogo campaign right off the bat, pretty much, so that we attract people right away. That's all we can ask for. But feel free to ask me anything about the film. On the next Indiegogo campaign is going to be starting in probably the end of February, maybe early March. Can't be too late again because if we have to film it in Canada, I have to film it in July. So I'd probably start around middle of July and finish by the end of July. It would be a pretty short. It would be 15-day shoot if we have to shoot in Canada. I can't see us doing it well, yeah, you never know. It could be a little bit longer if we raise more money. If we raise if we ended up raising 15 to 20K, which would we'd be just barely missing the Texas mark by that point. We might be able to extend that shoot to about 20 to 25 days kind of thing. But at this time, we're definitely looking at a 15-day shoot, mostly for insurance reasons. You can get insurance really cheap here if you can keep it to 15 days. For whatever reason, there's a 15-day thing. If you go for the month, it's like triple the price. Really weird, eh? Really weird. But yeah, that's just a part of cost. You have to get insurance, though, people. I know a lot of indie filmmakers don't want to do it. It's just another expense, but boy, oh boy, if anything happens, you're on the hook for it, whether it be somebody getting hurt, whether it be damaged gear, damaged property, all that stuff, you just don't want to risk it, guys. Stuff happens, you can't prepare for everything. There you go. Oh, we got a question here from Santi Coronas. Is that how am I pronouncing your last name properly? Santi Coronas? Are you Mexican? Spanish? Something like that? Anyways, you can tell me in a minute. Tell us about the actor who participate on the original movie and would act in your act on your film. Oh, okay. I think you guys are talking about. I think you're talking about John Dugan, who played Grandpa in the original 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He played Grandpa. Back before I wasn't even considering making. Well, I was considering it. I was on the fence on whether this should be a Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film at some point. I was thinking maybe it could be its own thing, but I reached out to John because I essentially wrote the character in my script to be very much a grandpa, like his character from the original. I thought, geez, it would be so cool if John would give a voice to Grandpa. And I didn't know whether it was going to be a fan film or it was going to be its own thing. And enough advice told me it's got to be a fan film, which I'm still kind of happy that we did go that route. Because I felt if we were going to make it something else, it was probably going to be looked at as a ripoff, and I didn't want that. So it is very cool. We got John on board, and he was very, very happy to do it. It did cost a bit of money, but he was a very good guy to work with, and he took my direction incredibly, incredibly well. That's all I can ask for is an actor that just made the effort, and he did just a voiceover, and essentially it's a voiceover as Grandpa, at least for our trailer, because we did go with the fan film route. So when you hear the voice near the end saying, "We're all crazy, everybody," that's John Dugan giving a voice to Grandpa. Even though at the time we weren't sure if that was what it was going to be. So that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool to have John Dugan do that. And, at the end of the day, if you want to hear John Dugan actually speak as Grandpa, our trailer is going to be the only place you can actually get that. Yes, you pronounce it perfect. Yes, you're from Argentina. I think you told me you're from Argentina. I'm sorry, I forgot where it was you're from. I talk to so many people these days, though, too. You got to remember that, guys. Yeah. Oh, thank you. The voice from the trailer was epic. I actually feel like I did kind of a good imitation of it there. And I'm not that old. You have to have a seasoned voice to really pull that kind of voice off. That's for sure. And John Dugan had it. I think he did a great job. He did a great job. He gave me all kinds of different takes on it, though. He gave me some that were like totally not what we would want, but it was interesting to hear all the different interpretations of the dialogue. But ultimately, we got the right one for the trailer. That's for sure. And it's another bit of dialogue that it says a lot without saying a lot. Just 4 words, but what does that all mean? Interested to hear your theories. What can we expect from Leatherface on your movie? Ooh. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but let's just say that a big part of it is to make him very disturbing, very intimidating, very disturbing. I want Leatherface to be scary again. I think my biggest problem with a lot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels and prequels and remakes and whatever that has come out over the past 30 some odd years is that Leatherface is really kind of goofy in a lot of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Leatherface has almost become a parody. Not almost. He really has a bit of a joke. And I don't know why. I just don't know why they choose to go that angle with him. Whereas I think if you keep him disturbing, he's got a pretty disturbing premise. This is a guy that kills people with a chainsaw, eats them, cuts their faces off, and turns them into masks to wear to take on the personality of that mask, of that face. That alone is enough to scare the bejesus out of me, but I don't know about you guys, but It does, So, I mean, I just want to bring that disturbing essence back to Leatherface. I want people to not forget what they just saw. People to go home and have nightmares after this. Which it's what horror movies to me are really supposed to do. For me, anyways. Oh boy, is Michael still in the? I don't know what he's saying. Oh boy, I think Michael had to leave the chat. That's all good. But if you guys still have more questions, let me know. Oh, we got Princess Mandy here. Are you basing the film off the original, or will there be things to pay tribute to the sequels or remake? Good question. That is a good question. I like that. I can tell you, not really. We're really acknowledging the original only. With that said, though, there are elements of the remake, not certain things in the remake, but elements of the style, I think, that I do want to bring to our film a little bit. But mostly that'd be it, though. I have no references to Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 or 3 or 4, The Next Generation, or any of these new ones that have come out, like Leatherface and Texas Chainsaw 3D. It's not, those aren't my films, guys. At the end of the day, the original is the only one that is really my film. And I know that there's an audience for those other films, even Texas Chainsaw 3D and Leatherface and Next Generation. I know that those they still have their fans, and I'm not trying to diss those fans. If you guys are fans of those films, hey, that's great. That's cool. It's not the audience I'm trying to reach. It's for the majority part. Most people love the original or the remake. I find most people like those ones. A lot of people like the beginning one too. Again, I'm not a big fan of the beginning. There's certain elements I do like about it, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty much a fan of the original. That's all I can say. And I want to bring back that feel. But I wanted to make sure you also know I'm not remaking the original. I'm not doing my own take on it. I'm doing my own story that connects to the original. It really is kind of a prequel, but it's not an origin story either. It's hard to explain in that way, but for me, it was about adding a new layer to Leatherface and his family that has never been seen but done before, basically, and that was my way of making it, disturbing again. But I'm not going into some sort of major backstory like a lot of prequels do. It's not. I find it unnecessary for horror villains to do that. Plus, it's already been done. Leatherface did that, and look how that turned out. Anyways, just my opinion, though, guys. But I hope that answers your question. Hopefully that all makes sense. We got some more chatting going on from Santi. The only movies from the franchise that make Leatherface really scary is 74, 2003, and 2006. Yeah, I you know what? I can actually agree with that. There are certain things about Leatherface, though, in those newer ones that bother me. Again, I've touched on them in past videos, but I really don't like the costume of the costume he was wearing in the remake. I like the costume more in the beginning, actually. That's one thing I do like more about the beginning, is the actual costume feels a little bit more realistic, whereas in the beginning, it's got all these long sleeve shirts and elbow pads and thick clothes, and it doesn't feel like a Texas style attire, in my opinion. Well, I mean, how many people in Texas wear stuff like that? Just think about that. So, I mean, to me, that's what's so great about the original Leatherface, is as soon as he pops on screen, this guy is real. He feels authentic. He's 100% there. He's real. He's in your face, and he's there to cause mayhem. And that's one thing we definitely want to try to recreate, is that sort of realistic feel of Leatherface. And I think, as you can see from our trailer, we have a very similar look to the costume. We did not show his face because we are putting a lot of effort into the masks. Masks, again, I'll say, because he's going to wear multiple masks in this film. And in case you missed it earlier, they are for sale in our Indiegogo campaign. The screen used copies, as well as replicas, at a much lower price. But you will be able to get the screen used masks that we are making, that our SFX lady from Skin Deep SFX, Stephanie Escamilla, is making herself. She is actually, and we're going over the design and detail together, and they are going to be awesome. It's all I can say. She totally gets my vision. Hope I answered your question there. I don't. What else we got? What do you think about the 2021? Oh, that's a. We haven't touched on that too much lately. They recently released some sort of a teaser poster. Thank you for asking that, because it's something I don't mind getting off my chest. Did you guys all see that poster they released about a week ago? I think it's about a week ago. For the new one, which I guess is untitled at this point. Who knows what they're gonna call it? I want to like the poster, but there's something about it that just feels wrong. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't like the weird color. It looks like it's been like Leatherface painted, or did Leatherface discover? Somebody in Facebook, in fact, said it looks like Leatherface discovered crayons for the first time, and I got a chuckle out of that. It feels a little bit off to me. I don't know what to say. I wish I liked it, but I don't like what I'm seeing so far. I don't like that the directors were fired about a month and a half ago, I think. To me, and then they hired somebody else right away that was more or less a no-name director. It's, again, I'm always gonna give it a shot until I see like a trailer or something. But if I see a trailer that looks like garbage, I won't go see it. I made that mistake with Texas Chainsaw 3D. I felt like I knew it was going to be a bad movie, but I went and saw it anyways, and I paid money to see a movie that I wish I didn't actually pay to see. I don't want to support. I don't want to support bad movies for this franchise anymore, because it gives them that same excuse to keep putting out bad movies. So I didn't go pay money to see Leatherface, and even though the first trailer for Leatherface, actually, I was kind of on board with. Maybe I was going to actually pay something to see that movie. Maybe I would have. Then they released the second trailer, and it was like, nope, I'm out. Nope. Now I really see this movie's true colors, and I'm not gonna. I didn't, and I won't. Based on a trailer, I'm gonna make that decision whether to pay to see it or not. I'll still see it. I just won't pay to see it. I'll wait for it to come on Netflix or whatever, or Amazon, or who knows. Do you have any of the original prop from TCM 74? No, actually, I'm not a collector myself. We don't plan on using anything that was. We're gonna have similar stuff from the 74 movie. We're gonna have like bones and stuff like that, and like different skulls and animal skull. We plan to do that kind of stuff, but nothing that's actually the original, because that'd be expensive. I know there are some people that are selling some of those things online, actually, but it'd be cool to. I don't know if there's one that's one skull that's or something like that that's at a reasonable price. I might buy it. We'll see, just to get something authentic from the original in there. Yeah, you didn't like the poster too either, Cynthia. Yeah, it's it is what it is. You also ask, when can we expect the movie? Ooh, probably the summer of 2022. I know that seems like a bit of a wait, guys, but here's why. We don't go to camera till next summer. at very earliest, if we shoot in Canada, we'll be going to camera around mid-July. At the very earliest, maybe July 10th or something like that, we'll go to camera. And that's if we don't raise a Texas-style budget. Now, if we go to Texas, we're not filming till probably mid-September of 2021, of next year. So, and obviously, if we raised that Texas budget, we've probably raised enough to have a decent post-production team as well. Post-production takes time, even if we have a team. But the thing is, the bigger your team is, the more stuff that's going to go into it. There's going to be sound design and all that kind of stuff. Sound mixing, sound design, the score. Well, I'm going to score it myself, but that'll take me some time. It's not easy. I'm willing to even work with other people I actually do have one guy that submitted a piece of music, and about 2/3 of it was not really working for a Texas Chainsaw Massacre film. But I said, hey, I could use the first minute of this. If you want your music in it, I'll give you a credit. And he said, sure. So, that's cool. Again, it's about finding the right place for it, but, it did feel enough Texas Chainsaw Massacre that I could do it. So I expect it to be ready by around July of 2022, but, it could be even later. And again, with the world the way it is, COVID, who knows, guys? We can't say for sure, but if we raise the money, we're definitely making it at some point, at some level. That's the guarantee I have for you guys. Anyways, Princess Mandy. I have a welcome to Travis County Texas sign. Found it at a thrift store last year. Huh. Pretty cool. Whereabouts is Travis County anyways? I'm not... is it close to... It must be close to Austin, I take it. I'm guessing it's close to there. Are you from Texas there, Mandy? Princess Mandy? Are you from that area? Or were you just... they just had random things at the thrift store, and that was one of them. Anyways. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, we plan on having it released by then, and we should have all the perks and stuff mailed out by then. We'll have them mailed out before then, obviously, because I want everybody to get their perks by the time the film is released. We do have the advanced screening thing as well, and at least 2 people will be attending that, which is pretty cool. So, yeah, we want to make sure that we can do that advanced screening, so have the film ready at least a month before we release it. Yeah. Where's the cast from? Oh, that's a good question. All over, really. At least the people, everybody that we have attached to the film. 2 of them are from the Okanagan, which is where I'm from in Western Canada. So we do have 2 people from there. We also have, I think, 1 actor from LA that's attached. 1 LA-based actor. That's and he's been in quite a few things. He's not like an A-lister or anything like that, but he's been in a lot of TV shows and independent movies. He's been in shows like American Horror Story, The Blacklist. He's got a pretty long list of Lucifer. He was in Lucifer. So if you watch any of those TV shows, you might know who John Tague is. John Tague has been in those shows and some cool indie movies as well. And he's actually playing a younger version of Drayton, the cook, as I sort of prefer to call him more because I watch the original more. So a younger version of that character. And then most of the cast is from Texas, guys. Most of the cast is actually from Texas, so or Texas area, southern area. My guest with me the other night on our horror movie trivia night that we had, virtual horror movie trivia that we had on Sunday 2 nights ago. Alicia She's from Louisiana. I think she's originally from Alabama, but she lives in Louisiana, and she works in Texas a lot. I don't know. So she's not actually from Texas, but she's very Southern. She's got a pretty big Southern accent, that's for sure. Is anybody else out from outside of Texas? I'm just trying to think here. But yeah, most everybody that's part of the cast is from Texas. And I spent a long time casting those people. I'll tell you that, guys. A long time casting. I watched a lot of auditions. That was one of the big processes before I knew I could launch my Indiegogo campaign. Is I wanted to have the best possible cast attached to the film before I launched the Indiegogo, because I felt it showed that I was ready, that we were ready to go ahead at any time. So I spent the time, and we worked with 2 casting directors, guys. 2. One from Texas and one from here in Canada with me. And we looked at a lot of auditions, a lot. There were some that we looked at real quick because they were so bad. You do get a lot of bad auditions, guys. You always get to, you get your good and you get your bad, that's okay. It happens. Hopefully, hopefully some of those people learn their lesson a little bit on how to prepare sides. But no, it was good. It was a good process, and we took the time because I wanted to make sure I had the right people in place. Very, very glad that we did get the right people in place. So if you heard me talking with Alicia the other night in the virtual horror trivia, which was awesome, by the way, it was a lot of fun. And she's just great. She's so diehard. She's willing to do anything to be in this film. And I think that's so awesome. She wants to see this film go just as much as I do. She says she reads the script like every day. That's the kind of commitment I really dig. So very, 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 very happy with the cast. I know I got the right cast attached to the film. They've all been really, really awesome. Anyways, go. Okay, I don't know. Oh, sorry, I gotta go. Would love to stay here, but it's too late. And tomorrow I have college. Oh, okay, talk to you tomorrow. You bet. We'll talk to you tomorrow, Santi. Thank you for hanging around. If there's no more questions, we'll wrap it up there, guys. But please do drop our Indiegogo campaign. Last chance to get your donations in before it ends tomorrow night. It's all over tomorrow night. Help us get a little bit closer to 5K if you can. At least try to get us to 4,500. We're only a couple $100 off of that, Yeah, just do the best you can. Throw a few bucks here if you can, and tell all your friends, tell everybody you know that we're raising funds to make the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre fan film ever. So yeah, link is in the description to our Indiegogo campaign. Link is in the description for Michelle Apollonia's Breathless Beauties. Pretty awesome stuff there. If you didn't know, she has some awesome horror dolls. Link is in the description for James Grimm's fan film as well, and his Indiegogo campaign for My Special Boy, Friday the 13th fan film. For all you Friday the 13th fans out there, he's making a good fan film. So, and he needs your help just like I've been needing your help. So we all need help to make these films, guys. These films only get made if you support it. That's the truth. So thank you guys again. Links are in the description for our Indiegogo campaign. Definitely go make sure you can back it before it's all over. Back us on Indiegogo. It all ends tomorrow night. Thank you guys. Have a good night. See ya.